How do people actually get jobs in the film industry? Because it's not how most people think. There's this idea that you get qualified, apply for jobs, get hired. That's not really how it works in the film industry. Sure, there are some parts of it that do, absolutely, but in most cases, jobs in film don't come from applications, they come from people. Most work in this industry comes from recommendations, contacts, people you've worked with before. It's someone saying, I know someone who can do that. And your name then comes up. So the real question isn't, how do I apply for jobs? It's, how do I get into the position where people recommend me? And that usually starts with working with people. That could be university, small projects, helping out on shoots, collaborating with others. Because every project you work on, you're building relationships. You're building that network we've spoken before. They say it's who you know. Well, you need to build who you know. So over time, those relationships matter more than anything else, because when someone needs a camera operator, an editor, a sound recordist, a runner when you're starting out, a costume designer, whatever it may be, they can go online and search, but they will also ask people, probably first of all, who do you know? People on the projects, who do you know who does X? Plus, another big part of this is being reliable. That sounds simple, but it's huge, and you'll be surprised by the amount of people who aren't. And so when they're saying, who do you know, people are thinking this guy's really talented, but also they're not really reliable, so I don't think I recommend them. If you turn up on time, do what you say you'll do, are easy to work with, you're already ahead of a lot of people, trust me. Because the truth is, people would often rather work with someone reliable and decent than someone who's really difficult, even though they're talented. And I say that from huge experience. Then there's your work. You need something to show, not really perfect work, although obviously if you've got something perfect, that's great. But don't worry about perfection. It's showing that you do have talent, and showing that you've made something. And it's not about big budget work, just proof that you can actually do what you say you can do, and show that there's something more ahead. And this is where a lot of people get stuck. They wait for opportunities instead of creating them. If you want to be an editor, edit things. If you want to shoot, shoot things. If you want to direct, direct things. If you want to make costumes, make costumes. If you want to record sound, record sound. Whatever it is, go and do it. Even if it's small, even if it's just with friends, even if their friends don't want to work in the industry, if they're friends, they'll help you out for a bit. Because without any of that, there's nothing for people to see. And then there's the outreach. Yes, you can email companies. Yes, you can ask for work experience. But you need to understand, everyone else is doing the same thing. So don't be discouraged if you don't hear back. It's not personal, it's volume. You're just one of many, and you might get lucky. But, you know, with these things, you might not. It's a lottery, right? So if you're trying to get into the industry, focus less on applying all the time, like that's the only thing you're doing, and more on meeting people, building relationships, creating work, and being someone that people trust, because that's how most jobs actually happen. And here at BiteSize Film School, we're going to tell you how to do that. In future videos, we're going to be looking at all the places you can go, both in person and online, to expand your network, to meet people, to make those contacts, both with people now who are going to grow in the future in the industry, and you're going to grow and you're going to help each other, to people who are already a few years ahead to decades ahead and can help you, okay? And this isn't, like we've always said, just about movies. This isn't just about film industry. It's about film, TV, video. There's so many areas to it. And so you may be applying for corporate video work, which is probably one of the biggest areas of film work, and wedding videography and music videos, and there's so much. And they're all valid if you love what you do and if you want to do it. But they're all also hard to get into because they're highly competitive. And at the end of the day, it's a creative job. And when you're doing the area you love, that's great. And a lot of people would want to do it. Because if you can't be Spielberg and you can't be Kubrick and you can't be your favorite in whatever role you want to do, then you have to find that area of, you know, where do you end up and who are you going to be and how are you going to make a success of it? So A, you can financially survive, but also so you can do what you always wanted to do, so you can love working in whatever part of the industry you're working on. And so we're going to help you do that. We're going to be honest and show you different routes and meet with different people. So subscribe to the channel, keep watching, and keep doing what you're doing.